Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Inessa. Hi, so nice to meet you. Welcome to the community. I am an indie author from Toronto, Canada, and I publish under the pen name AN Sage. I write mostly fantasy in the YA genre and some sci-fi here and there, but mostly paranormal and mystery type of things. On this channel, I share a lot of tips and tricks for indie authors, behind the scenes of my life as an indie, what I've learned so far after publishing 15 books, and as an indie author, of course, and just kind of what it takes to be an indie author in today's publishing landscape. I also share a lot of planner videos. I am a huge planner junkie, and I absolutely love anything planner related. If you know me, then you know that I used to actually own a online planner shop, so I love planners. And today's video, I am actually going to be sharing with you this planner here. So if you have not seen the last planner video that I did, I will link it in the cards here for you. But I did a kind of a walkthrough of these Moterm planners. I have 3 of them now. Actually, I have 4. I should have shown the 4th one too, but I forgot about it. I'm not going to lie. Still have pregnancy brain at this point. Apologies. But I shared the 3 that I use very, very often. And this is one of them. This is my tarot planner, and I wanted to do a walkthrough with you guys. If you don't know, I am a very witchy type person. I pretty much love anything that's witchy, and I do a lot of regular tarot readings. Tarot is a big part of my practice. And so I kind of wanted to share with you guys how I use this planner to kind of facilitate my regular tarot rituals. So this is the Moterm planner, as I mentioned before. I will link the actual planner in the description if you want to purchase it. This is a planner cover, and the planner I have inside that I will also link is a Hobonichi Weeks. So I do use a Hobonichi Weeks for my tarot journal. I find that this works amazingly well. I've had notebooks I've used before, journals I've used before, different types of brands of planners I've used before. And for me, this Hobonichi Weeks has been great. It's not too big, it's not too small, and it just fits perfectly. And it does everything I need it to do, right? Which is all you can hope for in a planner. Sorry, I'm just trying to get comfortable. I'm actually on the floor. I'm very pregnant at this point and sitting on the floor, which is not probably very productive, but it has the best light in the house right now, so that's what we're going with. Have decorated this planner a tiny bit. I've got some little clips here, a few cards, everything super kind of witchy and magical. There's some stuff back here as well. This is all just decor, has nothing to do with my actual practice, but I just think it looks cute. The pen that I'm using in this planner is a KKK pen, and I actually have changed the inside of the pen, like the actual ink, to a Sarasa Dry. That's my favorite ink to use in any planner at all. So I always either have nice pens that I switch the inside to a different cartridge, or I just use the Sarasa Dries. So this is the Hobonichi Weeks for 2022. And inside I do have a cover on cover on it just to protect it, which not really necessary, to be honest with you. It's not like I take this anywhere. It just stays at home in my little like kind of cubby. Actually, I'm going to put this. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Crystal works to hold it down. So you don't really need this unless you take the planner with you places. I just kind of got it because I ordered everything from Hobonichi, and it just made sense to get more stuff because I was already paying for the shipping. So inside I have a couple of notes here if I need them. I just decorated this front post with like all the witchy stuff, and then this is a hollow sticker from Shadowverse Academy, which is one of my series, and it's all very witchy, that series, so I just thought it works perfectly. In the front, so let's see how I want to do this. I guess we'll go kind of side by side. So this yearly overview, which all Hobonichis have, I use this yearly overview to give myself a view at a glance of the suits that I have pulled for every particular month of every day. So every day I sit down, I pull a card, and then in here I note the suits that I have pulled on that particular day. And obviously where it's blank are the days that I didn't pull a card or I was busy or forgot or whatever. But for the most part, I'm doing pretty good. It's the end of January when I'm filming this. So I've been doing pretty good on the daily draws. And I really like this because it gives me like a really quick overview of at the end of the month when I do my reviews of all my pulls. It gives me a really good overview of where the majority of the cards fell. So that's really important to me. Then the monthly, which I block off with this little bookmark here that comes with the Molten planners. I note let's do, so December here. Oh, so I should mention, I actually messed this up because this planner starts in December and I started using it in December, but then I started using the yearly overview thinking this was December for some reason in my head. And I had it filled out for January. So I kind of taped over it with paper and I started again in January. So in December, I kind of tested this out here and there. I didn't use it fully. January will be my full first month of the year, obviously, using this. But I note which deck I use. I switch decks every month. I note which deck I am using that month to pull from. So as you can see here, they're different. I note when there's a new moon or a full moon, and if I have to charge any crystals or do anything like that. I have these little stickers. I'll see if I can find them. They're printable stickers, I think from Etsy. So if I can find them, I'll link them below so you can get them as well if you're into it. And then I just write the card that I pulled on that day on this monthly overview. So that's how I use the monthly overviews for tarot reading. Now for the weekly overviews, the way that I actually use it is I use the week, the days of the week here, because so the way that it's laid out, the Hobonichi is laid out, is you have your days of the week on this side here, and then a big kind of grid section to do whatever you want with on this side. So how I use it is I have on each day that I pull a card, so let's say I pulled the Ace of Cups today, I would take this, I would write Ace of Cups up here, just like I did here, and then I would go back and I would note that it's blue for cups, right? And then on the weekly, I would come back here and I would kind of write a short little description of what I think this card is saying to me on that day. What I need to learn, what I need to pay attention to, kind of like what I need to get in tune with. And I would just write it on that day. And then every week, every Sunday, it's kind of like my me time. I go and I do a weekly reading. For the most part, usually my weekly readings consist of 3-card draws. So I'll just put them here and kind of like note about them. Unless there is, like here, we have a full moon, right? So on this week, on the Sunday, it was actually a full moon. So when there's a full moon, I won't do a weekly reading, but I will do a full moon reading. And if you flip over to this section here, I just have it marked with this page marker from Hobonichi as well. But you have a notes section. So I have here, I've noted that I did a full moon reading. So on this particular full moon, I did my yearly reading of tarot cards. And so I noted the pages, and then page 3 and 4, you can do like an index here, but I don't really do it. I just do the index right here. On page 3 and 4, I did my yearly card reading for myself. Every year I pull a card for every month. And it's usually the first full moon before the year starts. That's when I do it. On this one here, for example, there was a new moon. And so I used these 2 pages, this big spread here, to do a new moon reading. So, and they're all different, right? So it depends on like where it falls and how many I get into. But that's kind of how I use these notes sections here. So I have my weekly where I use this section to do a short kind of write up on whatever card I pull, like what I need to learn. Then I use this section for my weekly review card pull. And then the notes section I use for the bigger spreads. So anything that has to do with a new moon or a full moon, or if there's like any kind of like holiday or anything I'm celebrating, right? I would do it in these notes sections. So that's for the most part how I use it. I don't really use anything back here at all. I should mention these little guys I got from a Sticky Club subscription. It was a sticker subscription that I used to be subscribed to. I'm not to anymore, but every month you got like a whole bunch of stickers, and a lot of times you got these little patches. So these 2 patches are from 2 of their subscriptions. I have another note, probably also from Sticky Club back here. But for the most part, it's not too decorated. It's a little bit decorated, but it's not nothing, I think, over the top. I use this very, very functionally. So every morning, part of my morning ritual is to get up and it's to pull a card and then it's to write a bit about it. And every week, like I said, I have this me time where I kind of do like a bigger reading and then I do bigger rituals during the moons and the cycles of the moons. So that's, this is my self-care kind of planner and I absolutely love it. I find the weeks works amazingly well. If you're looking for a tarot, some kind of tarot planner, like if you're looking for something that's not too bulky, I definitely recommend looking into the Hobonichi weeks. You don't have to get like a cover for it. You can get that cover from Hobonichi. I just really like these Moterm leather covers and planners, so I would definitely recommend that. But if you were looking for a tarot planner, if you love pulling tarot, if that's part of your like self-care or practice or whatever you want to call it, then the Hobonichi Weeks, I think, is a good one to check out for that. So with that said, and that little walkthrough, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a short one this week, but short and sweet, I hope. And with all of that out of the way, thank you so much for always being here. You guys are amazing. I am loving this community and I love putting out content for you guys every week. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to consider subscribing, that would be really, really great. And I would appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So with everything said, I hope you guys stay magical and have a wonderful week. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.